Hey there guys! So this video is going to be a list of 10 books that gives me spring vibe or energy kind of. So I have a stack of books. 5 of them are in my TBR, like physical TBR, and the other 5 are in my want to read list on Goodreads that I don't own yet. So the first book that gives me spring vibe is Bloodleaf by Crystal Smith. I don't know if you can see the cover very well, but it's purple, and I think I associate purple a lot with spring. And there's like thorns in her hair, and I think it's flowers. A lot of flower. It's like a lot of cover vibe to it that gives me the type of like spring feeling. Yeah, this one is about a witch, but it's like a princess, but she has magic power, and it's forbidden in her world. So yeah, it's forbidden in our world, and there is something that happens that makes people discover her magic. So yeah, as you know, I like a lot of things with witches and magic and everything, so a lot of these books are gonna be like coming of age with her power, with their power and everything. So yeah, it's a bit the magic in system in this is it's about like Bloodleaf, which is the name of the book, and poison and everything. It's about like flower and nature, so that gives me the feeling of spring that I wanted. The next book I think gives me a spring vibe is Sweet Bitter Magic. Yes, like I said, purple gives me spring vibe. I don't know. This one too is about magic, but it's about 2 witches. Like one of them, I think so, one of them is in love. Yeah, one of them is supposed to be like the greatest witches of her generation, but to have her full potential, yeah, but because she did something really bad, like so she don't have her power. She needs to steal love from other. That's one of the other one, and the other one is, yeah, it's enemies to lover, but gay enemies to lover, and one is like stealing love from people, and the other one, her father died because of the plague that like the girl who stole love made, and she wants to revenge her father. So she wants to kill the one that made the plague, but it's the other girl. So yeah, purple, like love, and I don't know, gay love makes me feel, oh my god, you're so annoying. Can you be like happy? Oh my god, he just jumped. Anyway, purple, the cover made me think of spring, and I think gay love makes me think of June, which June is like late-ish spring in my head, since I'm in Canada and spring we don't know her. So yeah, anyway, this makes me like feel like spring. I don't know. This, I saw the cover and I was like, love and everything, the purple. Yeah, it's, I don't know, love. It's like not spring at all. But I don't know. I want to read this in spring, so maybe that's why too. Anyway, so the next book I want that is on my list for spring energy type of book is Sister of the Snake. I'm gonna be honest with you, there's flower on the cover, and a lot of those books that have flower gives me spring vibe. I don't know why, but the color makes me really think of like spring. This is the all card design, so the other one is supposed to, like the regular one is supposed to be orange. Anyway, but this is about twin sisters. One is a princess, and one is an orphan. They're like switch. I think so. Yeah, they switch places. I don't know, it makes me think like an orphan that found her family and everything. It's twin sister. I don't know, it's like not rebirth, but like a family type deal. I know there is like a thing that happens that they must work together, like a sisterly bond. And I think this, it's like the birth of the sisterly bond that makes me think of spring, and the cover with the like teal color makes me think of spring a lot. Yeah. So, Sister of the Snake by Serena and Sasha Nanua. I don't know if that's the word anyway. So, another book is Daughter of the Moon Goddess. Just look at it. This is the reason why I wanted to do this video. Look at it. You cannot say that this doesn't give spring vibe. Like, with the sprayed edges. Oh my god, yeah. I like it a lot. It's so pretty. Anyway. Yeah. The story is not at all spring. But like, the pinkish with the green. Oh my. It gives me a lot of a spring vibe. But really the story is not at all like joyous or spring, like happiness and everything. She's being like she's the daughter of the moon goddess, and she lives in, she was raised on the moon, but she was exiled for something. Yeah. And she's not exiled, she's forced to flee her home and leave her mother behind. So she wants to come back, and she trains with the emperor, the king of the celestial kingdom. And yeah, there is love. So it's a Chinese mythology, and it's an adventure of love, family, immortal, and magic. I think the family type deal, like it's a daughter who wants to save her mom, gives me a little bit of the spring vibe, like with the family type deal. I think in spring, like with Easter, I go really with my family, so that gives the vibe of spring. And with, I don't know how you, like in Canada, like in Quebec, we have like, I don't know, like when you go and you make like syrup, maple syrup, it's like a maple time or whatever, and you go into like a shack and you eat like mapley things with, I don't know, like it's like kind of a tradition here. And with my family I do that a lot. Like within our family we go and see a lot of people and whatever, and it's in spring, so I think family gives me a lot of spring vibe-ish since of Easter and everything, like I said to you. So a lot of these books are gonna be like family related. or like they're gonna have flowers on the cover, or they're gonna be purple, like so. So yeah, I think like reunion with your family and everything. Like this book is a reunion with a daughter and her mom, so that gives me like kind of spring vibe. So the other book, yes, oh my god, what is happening? Yeah, the next book is A River Enchanted by Rebecca Ross, which a lot of you guys probably saw in my last video. It's an Illumicrate redesign exclusive book. Yeah, there is, as I said, flower and water, which we don't have a lot of water in winter since it's all ice here. So yeah, like look at that. You cannot tell me that this end pages doesn't make you feel like it's spring. Like the greenery in that scene, like look at it, it's spring vibe. There's the wind and everything. Yeah, I'll see what this is about. It's about Anaoups, who knows spirits that like only answers from music. Oh, it's enemies to lover too, and it's she's the only one to know spirits can answer to like music, but her enemy too knows. It's childhood enemies to know. And yeah, it's like a story about spirits and enemies to lover. It's spirits in the woods, so that makes me have the like type of spring. I don't know, the music element to it, and like I said, the end pages is like in the forest and it's like all greenery and everything. And yeah, the music in it, it's another element to me that makes me feel that this is a spring book. So yeah, this is my next. So the other one, I don't have a physical copy of it, but anyway, I'll say it to you. The next is A Magic Steeped in Poison by Julie I. Lynn. The pink of this cover, the fish, I don't know if it's called fish or like this scream spring. Like even though the kind of the story is kind of like dark, but like this is about a girl who killed her mother, but she didn't know because she has the power to like brew poison tea, and the poison tea also may affected her sister, so she needs to find like a cure for this poison tea that she made to save her sister's life. So like I said, family type deal of story. The cover makes me really want to read this in spring for some reason, so it's another spring book in my opinion. The next one is The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea by Axio. I talk about this book so much in my channel. If you don't know about it, like, what are you doing? I said I talk about this like every 2 video. I'm sorry for the one who watched this kind of video like back to back. You're probably tired of me talking about it, but anyway, it's about a girl who, like, it's about a flood. It's like a lot of water go and she doesn't have a village anymore. So a lot of these floods happen in spring in Quebec. I don't know, but we always have like water rising everywhere. So yeah, it's not like jolly happy, but that makes me think of flood equals spring. I don't know. Like, there's always flood in Quebec. Like, that's all. Like, the TV channel will talk about it. There's a flood there, and there's a flood there. So this big in this book there is a flood. So I'm like, spring. I know. My mind just connected the two. So yeah, it's sea goddess and thing. So water equals flood equals spring, since we don't have water in winter, since it's all ice. Anyway, so this is a book that makes me think of spring because of the flood that happens in our village. So yeah, we like to see how my mind works. Anyway, yeah, it's she's thrown into the sea to become the next bride to, like, appease the god. So yeah. Anyway, she's like a sacrifice, and she's gonna be the bride of the sea god. If yeah, she's gonna be the bride of the sea god if he accepts the sacrifice. Anyway, so water equals spring. I just said it. Yeah. So the next book I think gives me a spring energy is Bone Criers Moon by Catherine Purdy. Anyway, the greenery. I know it's enemies to lover because the two of them, like, I know it is enemies to lover. But yeah, I talked about this one too in one of my video. I don't know which one. I'm sorry, anything, Anna. But anyway, I talk about it, and it's about enemies to lover. One of the girl is a bone crier, and she is on the, like, a rise to become a bone crier. But to be a bone crier, you need to kill the one you're destined to love, and yeah. So this is one of the main character, and the other character is the boy who she's supposed to love, and his dad was killed by a bone crier, so he wants revenge. That's kind of the thing. I think it's going to be great, and the greenery on this cover makes me think of spring. And I know Fairy Loot or Alcrate, or maybe both of them, made like a exclusive version with green sprayed edges, and I think green is spring. Like, this shade of green is spring. I don't know. It's and the girl, she needs to go and find her best friend, since her best friend the boy wants to kill bone criers, so he kidnaps the best friend of the main character, who is destined to become the bone crier, and she needs to save her best friend. So, like, friendship, bond, and everything makes me think of spring, like the family bond and everything. I'm like, it's reunion time, so friendship, family, everything. Yeah. So the next book I think is a spring type of book. A book to read in spring is The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni. And the cover has flower type vine, and I think that's her power. Yeah, there is power, and it's elemental type power, so water, hair, earth, fire, and everything. And she is in a prison. She needs to heal people, and she needs to keep alive a woman because she needs to go on a trial, so the woman cannot die. Go figure. Oh yeah. The book is about, I don't know, the book has nothing to do with spring, but she needs to keep a woman alive, and like in spring it's where most of the flowers and heart came back to be like life, since it's winter. In winter everything is dead. So yeah, the like her magic abilities with heart, fire, and water and hair makes me think of spring too, because that's the element, and I think in winter there's not a lot of element present. It's like all monotone and gray and sad. So yeah, this book makes me think of spring because of that. The last book that makes me think of spring, is The Once and Future Witches. I don't know, like the greenery of this cover, I think, and the roses, like, it gives me spring vibe. I don't know. This is about witches too, like yeah, it's in New Salem and everything. It's like in 1893, so it's historical fantasy, and it's about sisters, so sisters and family type deal. Yeah, and they want to become like through witches, because witches are like old, are non-existent in this. It's like the becoming of witches. There's no witches in New Salem, but these 4 girls want to like dive into magic and everything. So these 4 girls were 4 sisters. So yeah, the sisterly bond and everything, I think, goes well with the spring theme going on. And yeah, the cover, obviously the cover is like green, red, yellowish, so that gives me spring vibe. Anyway, that's the 10 book I wanted to talk about. Yeah, I read actually none of them, but I'll probably read them in spring, since they gives me spring vibe and everything. So if you like this video, you can comment in the comment section down below. You can subscribe and like the video right there. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye bye!